Have you noticed your body feeling a little heavier lately? Your energy fading faster? Your eyes puffier in the morning? And that dull ache in your lower back that seems to whisper something's wrong? What if I told you those small signs aren't just getting older, but your kidneys quietly begging for help? Because right now, millions of Americans are walking around with rising creatinine levels, never realizing their kidneys are losing function with every sunrise. And here's the chilling truth: by the time symptoms become obvious, nearly 80% of kidney capacity can already be gone, silently, permanently. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop that decline before it's too late. You don't need expensive supplements, complicated detox plans, or hours in a gym. What you do need are 5 simple morning habits backed by university research that can lower creatinine, improve GFR, and quite literally give your kidneys a second life. Each one takes less than 30 minutes, but together they can transform the way your body heals and filters every drop of blood you have. Because your kidneys never sleep, so the moment you open your eyes each morning, the choices you make either heal them or slowly wear them down. And what's truly remarkable is that the very first habit, the one I'll reveal in just a moment, works before you even finish brushing your teeth, proving that protecting your kidneys isn't about doing more, but about doing what's right starting the moment you wake up. When your alarm first rings, your kidneys have already been awake for hours, quietly filtering every drop of blood while you slept. Yet here's what almost no one realizes: after 8 hours without water, your blood thickens, your circulation slows, and your kidneys are forced to push a sludge instead of liquid gold. That first sip you take in the morning can determine whether your filtration system starts the day healing or hurting. Let me tell you about Linda, a 67-year-old retired teacher who came to me exhausted, her creatinine creeping higher each month, despite eating clean and taking every prescription on time. She thought she was doing everything right until I asked one simple question: when do you drink your first glass of water? She laughed after my coffee, of course. That one habit was suffocating her kidneys every single morning. When we flipped her routine, just 8 to 16 ounces of room temperature water within 15 minutes of waking, something incredible happened. Within 3 months, her lab results showed a 0.43 SMASH/DL drop in creatinine and a brighter, lighter look in her eyes. The science backs her story. A University of Wollongong meta-analysis reviewing 68 randomized trials with over 2,000 participants confirmed that proper hydration alone improved kidney filtration efficiency in as little as 12 weeks. Room temperature water works best. It's absorbed almost instantly, thinning the blood without shocking your digestive system or diverting blood flow away from your kidneys. Cold water steals that energy. Hot water wastes it. But the right temperature turns hydration into medicine. Here's the secret: few ever notice your kidneys aren't just filters. They're pressure-sensitive engines. When you give them enough fluid early, they build momentum for the rest of the day, flushing toxins, stabilizing blood pressure, sharpening your focus. Skip that window in the engine stalls before breakfast. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before caffeine touches your lips, give your body what it's begging for: pure, room temperature water. You'll feel the fog lift your heartbeat steady and your urine run clear, a silent sign your kidneys are finally breathing again. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another factor that quietly sabotages your kidneys every single day. And it has nothing to do with what you drink, but how you move the moment you wake up. Hydration wakes your kidneys from the inside, but movement wakes them from the outside. You see, after 8 long hours of lying, still blood flow to your kidneys slows to a crawl. They sit there like 2 sleeping engines, quiet, sluggish, waiting for ignition. And the ignition switch isn't caffeine or supplements. It's movement. Gentle, mindful movement that tells your body it's time to circulate again. Let me tell you about Robert, a 70-year-old accountant who once believed exercise meant running miles or lifting weights. His back ached every morning, and his doctor warned him that his kidney function was declining. But what truly changed his story wasn't more effort, it was less. We started with just 10 minutes of slow stretches, simple yoga poses, right on his living room floor. Within weeks, his stiffness faded, his blood pressure stabilized, and his lab results showed his GFR improving for the first time in years. Science explains why. A meta-analysis of 78 studies found that consistent low-intensity physical activity can reduce the risk of chronic kidney disease by 18%. That's nearly 1 in 5 people who could avoid kidney decline, not through intense workouts, but through gentle motion that improves blood flow and oxygen delivery to the nephrons, the kidney's microscopic filters. When you move, you're not just exercising. You're literally massaging your kidneys, squeezing old stagnant blood out, and pulling new oxygen-rich blood in. If you want to start today, begin with the cat-cow stretch. Get on your hands and knees, arch your spine toward the ceiling, then lower it gently toward the floor, slowly with control. Feel that subtle pressure in your lower back. That's circulation awakening your kidneys. Follow with a seated spinal twist. Sit cross-legged, turn gently to one side, breathe deeply, then switch. These movements act like a pump, flushing out inflammation and tension while calming your nervous system. You don't have to sweat or strain. This isn't about building muscle, it's about building circulation. It's about giving the hardest working organs in your body a reason to wake up happy. Try this tomorrow right after your morning water. 5 minutes is all it takes. You'll notice your breathing deepen, your energy rise, and that dull morning stiffness begin to fade. But just moving isn't enough, because what you feed your kidneys next determines whether they truly heal or fall right back into overwork. And most people get this part completely wrong, because the very foods they believe are healthy might be silently pushing their creatinine higher. Movement sends oxygen rushing to your kidneys, but what comes next can either fuel their recovery or undo everything you just did. Because the truth is, the first meal of your day doesn't just feed you, it feeds your kidneys. And for millions of Americans, breakfast has quietly become the most damaging meal of the day. Take Margaret, a 62-year-old nurse who came to me frustrated. "I've been exercising, drinking more water, but my creatinine keeps climbing," she said. When I asked about her mornings, she smiled proudly. "Oh, I only eat heart-healthy cereal and whole-grain toast." It sounded perfect until we looked closer. That cereal contained 18 grams of sugar, her whole-grain toast hid over 200 milliliters of sodium, and her morning coffee added another hormonal spike. Her kidneys weren't failing because of age, they were drowning in hidden ingredients. Here's the science the Karolinska Institute followed too. 7 million people, and found that those who ate antioxidant-rich, low-sodium breakfasts had 21 to 22% lower odds of developing chronic kidney disease. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter. Your kidneys crave foods that lower oxidative stress, fight inflammation, and reduce the nitrogen load that weakens filtration. That means egg whites instead of whole eggs, clean protein without the phosphorus burden. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries rich in anthocyanins, tiny antioxidants that act like bodyguards for your nephrons. And swap high-potassium fruits like bananas for apples, grapes, or watermelon, which nourish without overloading damaged kidneys. If you want an easy blueprint, start your day with scrambled egg whites, a handful of mixed berries, and a slice of true low-sodium whole-grain bread. Or go lighter with unsweetened Greek yogurt, topped with chia seeds and blueberries. These meals stabilize blood sugar, calm inflammation, and give your kidneys the nutrients they need to repair the damage done overnight. And if you think this sounds too simple to matter, remember this. Your breakfast sets the tone for your blood chemistry for the next 8 hours. The wrong meal can spike your insulin, raise your blood pressure, and force your kidneys to filter the aftermath all day long. The right one, however, gives them relief like a cool morning breeze for organs that never rest. So tomorrow, when you reach for that cereal box, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is this feeding my energy or silently draining it? Your kidneys always know the answer, even when you don't. But only knowing what to eat isn't enough, because even the perfect breakfast can't protect your kidneys if your body wakes up under one hidden threat that most people ignore every single morning: stress. And that silent pressure may be doing more damage than any food ever could. Even the cleanest breakfast and the best hydration routine can't save your kidneys if your body starts every day drowning in stress hormones. You see, stress is the invisible toxin most people never notice yet. It quietly strangles your kidneys long before any lab result shows danger. When your alarm rings and your mind instantly floods with tasks, bills, and worries, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, forcing your kidneys into overdrive before you even get out of bed. That's exactly what happened with Harold, a 59-year-old engineer who came to me complaining of constant fatigue and rising blood pressure. His diet was clean, his water intake perfect, but his stress sky high. He was living in fight or flight mode from dawn till dusk. I taught him one technique that changed everything: diaphragmatic breathing, the art of resetting your nervous system through breath. Every morning for just 5 minutes, Harold sat quietly, one hand on his chest, the other on his belly, inhaling deeply through his nose for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling slowly for 6. Within 6 weeks, his systolic blood pressure dropped by 10 points and his kidney function markers began to normalize. The science behind this is stunning. Multiple randomized controlled trials show that 5–10 minutes of deep diaphragmatic breathing each morning can reduce stress hormone levels, increase vagal tone, and improve renal blood flow by up to 30%. Here's why slow breathing activates the vagus nerve, your body's natural brake pedal, switching you from fight or flight to rest and repair. This simple shift allows your kidneys' tiny blood vessels to dilate, letting filtration happen smoothly again. Imagine this: each deep breath you take sends a signal to every organ: you're safe now. You can heal. It's like giving your kidneys permission to exhale after years of tension. You'll notice it almost instantly. Your heart slows, your back relaxes, even your vision sharpens slightly. Stress doesn't just exhaust your mind, it literally narrows your blood flow, compressing the very organs that keep you alive. Try this tomorrow morning. Sit on the edge of your bed, close your eyes and breathe slowly until you feel your belly rise like a gentle tide. Do it for 5 minutes and feel how your body shifts. Your kidneys aren't just filters, they're listeners. They respond to every heartbeat, every breath, every emotion. But only knowing how to breathe isn't enough, because the next mistake most people make hits the kidneys like a second wave one that hides inside the world's most beloved morning ritual. And it starts with a single cup of coffee. That single cup of coffee, the one you reach for out of habit, might be doing more damage than you realize. Most people think caffeine wakes them up, but for your kidneys, it's more like a morning storm. The moment caffeine hits your bloodstream, your adrenal glands release more cortisol and adrenaline, tightening your blood vessels and forcing your kidneys to filter under pressure. It's a jolt that feels good for a moment, but leaves your filtration system drained for hours. Meet Thomas, a 64-year-old musician who swore he couldn't function without his 2 morning coffees. His labs told another story: rising creatinine, unstable blood pressure, and constant dehydration, despite drinking plenty of fluids. I asked him to do one small experiment: replace his first cup of coffee with nettle tea and his second with dandelion root tea. Within 4 weeks, he felt calmer, his urine output normalized, and his next test showed his kidney stress markers falling. His energy didn't crash, it stabilized. Here's why it worked. Caffeine acts as a diuretic, pulling water from your bloodstream right when your kidneys need it most. Meanwhile, herbal alternatives like nettle leaf tea contain natural compounds that reduce inflammation in the nephrons, while dandelion root gently stimulates urine flow without draining electrolytes. Studies published in Phytotherapy Research in the Journal of Herbal Pharmacotherapy show that regular nettle consumption can support creatinine clearance and protect against oxidative damage in kidney tissue. These teas don't just hydrate, they heal. If you're afraid of losing your energy, transition gradually. Start by swapping 1 coffee for an herbal tea each week. Add a squeeze of lemon or a drizzle of raw honey for flavor. Within days, your body adapts, producing steadier energy from balanced adrenal hormones instead of artificial stimulation. Your heart rate evens out, your sleep deepens, and your mornings stop feeling like a race. Think of it this way: every sip you take is either fueling stress or feeding recovery. The choice is simple but powerful. By reducing caffeine, you're giving your kidneys what they've silently asked for all along: rest, hydration, and balance. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the real transformation happens when you combine all 5 morning habits into a single rhythm, an effortless sequence that turns every sunrise into a reset for your kidneys and your life itself. Your kidneys have worked tirelessly for you every hour, every heartbeat, every sip of water you've ever taken. They never rest even when you do. So if you've watched this far, it means you care about your health, and that's the first and most powerful step toward healing. Don't underestimate the small changes you made today: that morning glass of water, that few minutes of movement, that mindful breath. Each one is a quiet act of self-respect that your body will thank you for. If this video helped you understand your kidneys better, save it so you can come back to these steps each morning. And make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, because every week I'll share the latest medical insights, science-backed tips, and natural ways to protect and strengthen your kidneys for life. You deserve to know how to live longer, healthier, and stronger with the right knowledge guiding you. Remember, healing doesn't begin with medicine, it begins with awareness. Your kidneys aren't asking for perfection, just attention, consistency, and care. Start tomorrow morning with one good habit, then another. You're not getting older. You're getting wiser about how your body truly works. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, take care of your kidneys, and I'll see you in the next video.